See, Karen?
Okay.
Okay, on Jackie, we're going to do a short cut. It's kind of what she's got going, but I'm going to cut this much shorter, which will then make her front look a lot longer. Because when you cut an A-line, you can't have a long A-line, right? Because once this is long, you don't have an A. You just have long hair. So the more A you want the front to look, the shorter you got to go in the back. We've got a little asymmetrical thing going on here, and I like it quite a bit, so we'll keep that. I'm going to keep almost all of her length in the front, on both sides. I want to put a lot more texture in here, a lot more fullness. And I'm going to create, this is going to have a really cool shape where it's going to come rounded like this in, alright? So we're going to use 8 techniques, and if I could tell you these techniques, let's start right now. First technique, so on the back of her head, I'm actually literally going to do the back of her head in 4 distinct panels. 1, 2, 3, 4. The panels will be parted like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 4 panels. Panel number 1, soft blunt line. Panel number 2, free cut. Panel number 3, point cut. Panel number 4, sculpt. My overall goal is going to be to create a short back with the long sides coming out of it, a really cool rounded head, alright? And each successive panel, 1, 2, 3, 4, is going to be cut with a technique that will make the hair lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter so that it will stack, alright? I'm going to start with this razor right here. I'll put some product on this just to help me out a little. It's good to cut with product in the hair, you guys. The product that you're going to style into the hair, use it before you cut because it will help you as a cutting solution. It will help you control it. Alright, so we're going to go here, create my first guideline. Okay. Now I want to create a lighter texture. So this next texture, this next technique, free cutting, is going to give me an even lighter texture. So I'm going to cut now a line on an angle down this way to start forming that curve. I want it to be very erratic line though, very choppy. And if I try to cut a choppy line on my hands like this, I'm going to end up cutting my fingers. So we cut it outside the hands like this, and this is called free cutting. Goes to the center. See the guide? Nice and choppy. Cut on the skin. Choppy. The reason we cut on the skin in the corner here is because we want to keep all this weight in the corner. Good so far? Now, we're going to take this, and instead of cutting down like I cut over here, I can't cut down on this side because look, my hands won't let me come in and hold. Okay, you'll encounter this a lot in all kinds of different haircuts. So I'm going to cut from the bottom up, which takes a little more skill, but once you start practicing this kind of stuff, you'll get good at it. You come to a class with me, I'll get you started on this kind of hair cutting. You go back and you go out for a job. You do this kind of hair cutting at your job, interview, they'll poop their pants, and then they'll hire you. I promise.
What are your classes?
What are my classes?
No, when are they? When
I have one kick-ass coming up in March, and all of you guys I want there. I will tell you about it in 1 second. Alright, next panel now. Now we need a lighter texture, continuing this line up to create this curve. We're going to go into the center. Into the center, we're going to take this out like so. And you can see where I need to go with this line. See it? See that angle? Only problem is I want to put a lot of disconnection in here. And how can I do that with the gravity taking it down without cutting my fingers? So what I'm going to do to avoid cutting my fingers and work around the gravity is I'm just going to take the same line, but watch this. Same line, I'm just going to let it flip around
No, that's fine.
and work from the bottom up. See how that works? Okay? Because when you take one angle and you turn it onto a pendulum upside down, you have the same line just going in a different direction. And this is going to come here, 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 and then this is going to come like so. Cool. And then this is going to get turned inwards like this. This is going to come here. This comes down on the neck, over directed back. So it's long and heavy, which will lead into my A-line. And you guys know if you take it here and cut this corner off, what's going to happen to your A-line?
That's gonna be shorter.
Yeah, it's not gonna be there, right?
Yeah.
You need the hair directed back here so it can lead you into it. Just gonna take this now, take it up like so, cross check it. Next one, sculpting. A lot of people are afraid of razors. Razors are amazing. You have no idea how cool they are. You have total freedom with the razor. Let me show you what I mean. So my goal now is you can see everything that needs to come off, right? And I need to come off with a lighter texture and very disconnected so that the whole thing just blends all and kind of disappears, right? So we're going to do a technique called sculpting. A lot of techniques I've learned from other people. I copy other people. I learn them in classes. And some techniques I invent. This one I invented. It's a little bit crazy, but it really, you're going to dig it. All you got to do is just have the guts to go for it. And the place I invented this, I didn't do it in my house or in my basement. When I was all alone, I literally invented it on stage, in a hair show, in the moment, okay? I was just pumped up from the music, cutting hair, and I thought, what if I did this and I just let it fly? And it came out incredible. Sculpting. I am a sculptor. I sculpt stone. And I thought to myself, what if you actually went into the hair, just like a sculptor does with a hammer and a chisel, and sculpted hair the way that you sculpt stone? I wonder what would happen.
Wait. It's not like apricot. Right?
They ever call you Edward Zimmer?
From time to time. Cool?
Yeah.
Let me explain what's going on here. I want this hair to all meld and disappear, so I need many different lengths. I need some interior, and I remember the channel I showed you with the scissor? So this is a channel with the razor, see it? Which will give direction. I'm sliding it off at the line, at the weight line, and then as I come here, look. That comes blunt onto the neck, okay? So it's a way of cutting it literally into the hair. You're not cutting outside the hair. It's not like conventional hair cutting. You're literally cutting inside the hair, but ending up with your overall shape. Okay? Then you end up with these strings. See these strings? That's created by the channeling. From there, we want to even extend this line out even more, softer and cooler like this. So this is freestyle. There's a lot of different kinds of cutting. There's precision, which is, you know, A to B to C to D. And there's freestyle, which is based on shape, form, texture, movement. You know that you got this particular section correct when it's all kind of standing up. Look, like a duck's ass. See? You guys ever seen a duck's ass, Kyle?
Yeah.
How does that look? Okay, so that, and the reason that's good is because that can go up or in, see? They can go down or up, and the reason is because of the way it's cut with those 4 panels, each section getting lighter, so the top can expand up and up and up and stack. All right? So that's there. Now you guys know where we need to go from here, correct? Stair step. Write that down. Technique number 5, stair step.
Stair step like a stair step.
Like a stair step. Okay, now the idea on this technique, have you guys ever cut these A-lines where sometimes you'll cut the sides too short? And then you know what happens when you do that, then you tend to lose the funkiness of the cut, correct? It gets conservative. So to hold on to this length, because I want all this length, instead of cutting it in conventionally with my hand or a scissor and holding it, I'm going to do this. I take the razor and I come behind, and then with tiny stair step movements, I do this, just like I'm stair stepping down. Okay? That will give me this awesome short to long with a cool texture. All right? It's a great way to not overcut the hair. So just where's the girl that cut you? Where are you?
Right here.
You did a great job. All right, so there's that. Now this is her long side, so I really got to come out of this thing and stair stepping. This way. Would you guys like to learn how to cut with a razor like those? what I did on Casey's hair? I'm doing the same thing here, just on a shorter piece. Over directing, I want a lot of movement from them. So it's getting over directed there, see? I'm aerating in. Dropping to that length down here. I want to maintain all this length. Especially in this long corner she's got. Okay, so we've got the long side for the asymmetrical, we got the curved back, we got the short A-line, we got a little frame on the eye, we got some sproutage in here for height. Cool? Now we need the blow.
Really?
You guys, does it all make sense now?
Yeah.